Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water.
Drink your water. But first, family, I want to make sure you know you are now standing in the congregation, the mighty home of the stubborn minority, the place of your calling. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Hatim. Of course, you know this is a Harvest Summer production all day, every day. We strive to blow up your old paradigm. Man, family, let me tell you, life is coming at me and punching me in the head, but we gonna make it. Listen, so once again, I want to say great Imani to each and every last one of you. Let you know that on this day, because now, hold on, there has been a shift in the show, slight shift. I need to let you know that each week moving forward, we're going to highlight the week, and we're going to highlight the principle of the day in context of that week. So even in our pictures, you're going to start noticing some different colors, because like, for example, we are in Ujima. Ujima is a light blue, royal blue type color, right? But you're going to start noticing that with the daily colors. So I don't want you to get confused, right? Because once again, we're trying to get people to plug in to the culture. We're trying to get you to plug into the culture using things that you usually use. So that when you see a light blue, you're thinking of not just light blue, but you're thinking of Ujima. When you see a royal blue, you're thinking of Ujima. When you see a dark blue, you're thinking of Kuji Chocolate. When you see an orange, you're thinking of Kaumba. When you see a red, you're thinking Imani. You're thinking and plugging back into your culture, because that is the only way that we're going to beat this madness. Because West Asians have erected their culture that in everything that we do, we look at the world through their framework. We think about their shit. When we say Monday, we're thinking about their shit. When we say Tuesday, we're thinking about their shit. When we say job, we're thinking about their shit. When we say systems and we go to work, we have to think in their framework. I'm trying to prepare a space so that you are able to think like you, rather than having to put on a mask. Because many of us suffer a lot of ailments we have, because we could go, family, listen to me, because all of us have known people who have eaten pristinely, drunk the best water, right? Did all of the exercises and still ended up as an ancestor. Not that that's bad, but it ain't all the way good either. So now, what else is happening to us that we are still ending up in our grave? We are pretending to be something that we are not, and that shit wears on you. And all I'm trying to do is give you a place where on a daily basis you could come and you could get vaccinated against this bullshit. Because it's coming hard and it's coming heavy, right? And but this is the thing. The more you start trying to plug into it, the more the world is going to come for you. I ain't talking about CIA. I ain't talking about FBI. I ain't talking about no conspiracy shit. I'm just talking about things are not going to work for you in the way that they were as you start adjusting and moving into the system. I've been dealing with it for years, and you're going to have to deal with it too, right? Going to have to deal with it too, right? Especially, you know what I'm saying? Welcome. Okay, because once you, as Dick Gregory say, once you put the glasses on, you can't take them off. You can't go back to ignorance. It don't work like that. Once you start exploring and start studying, you start moving into this family, there is no escape. Welcome home. So get this inoculation. Set your mind on the algorithm. Speaking of the algorithm, we want to say goodbye to the algorithm of yesterday, which was Kaumba, and the algorithm for yesterday was Chaos is just raw material for my next masterpiece. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo. Chaos is just raw material for my next masterpiece. Chaos is just raw material for my next masterpiece. This is what we was working on yesterday. And we're going to move into the algorithm for the day. And the algorithm for the day is, I believe in the power of my people to transcend all limits. Now, family, work with these tools. We have aligned the colors. We have aligned the numbers. We have aligned all types of things. We have developed a whole system so that you can start plugging into your culture and plugging into your true power. Right? Step into it. Don't be fearful. Because of course it's going to be uncomfortable at the beginning. But you get used to it. Right? And then as shit start lining up and your ancestors start working for you. Right? And let me say this to you too. And it's going to sound crazy. But a lot of us, we're used to believing fantasies. Right? We believe that a blessing always comes to us beautifully. It's beautiful and it's the glowing lights and shit. Right? But let me tell you something about a blessing, family. Oftentimes, a blessing comes dressed in rags and is homeless and it looks terrible because you're seeing it with the wrong eyes. But once you embrace the blessing sometime, it appears to be rough at first, but eventually you start changing. I'm going to give you the perfect story for those of you old enough to remember. Do you remember the story of the ugly duckling? You remember that story? Those of you that don't know the story, you need to go back to the story because the story of the ugly duckling is the story of a blessing, right? It comes in and is not what you expect it to be. It don't look like what you expect it to look like. It don't feel like what you expect it to feel like. You know why? Because you're not used to it. You don't. How can you know what something that you never had feels like? Right? But if you let it grow, it grows into a beautiful swan. Many of you are killing your blessings because it's the little ugly duckling. You got to grow. Let it grow. This is why Brother Hatim needs a script. Anime, put the pistol up. Put the pistol up. All right, here we go. Haikus that I wrote before I started the show. I wrote 3. I was struggling today, but now, once again, pull out those things that you are good at, right? I'm a creative person, right? And I define reality. These are my skills, right? So my haikus, my poetry, you know what I'm saying? Practice using your magical skills. I know some of y'all, or those of you that are scared of the word magic, practice using your blessings. All right. Haiku for the day. My life is confused. Born into a world of slaves, daring to be free. I could fix that one a little bit. Was that a haiku? Take a picture. Yep. Take a picture. Yep. That boy haiku. Is this what life is? Making other people rich, racing to the bottom. That boy haiku. All right. And I was struggling with this one. It says, poor power eludes us, but we continue to chase and we'll catch it. Yep. I'm posing. Yep. I'm haikuing. So now let's get into the official writings for today. All right. So, family, I want to greet you. So pull up a chair on the Gye-Nyame porch. Yep. We raising that money for that Gye-Nyame porch. We trying to get the Gye-Nyame porch, man. Hey, I know. I know it's slow. Y'all like it's been years. I know. Still working on it. Let's talk truth. under the shade of our ancestors' wisdom. We are standing at the crossroads of the week of Ujima, collective work responsibility for those who are not initiated, and on the day of Imani, which is faith. For those of you that are uninitiated, get initiated. Stop playing. As your big brother, I'm here to remind you that we aren't looking to add more to your already heavy plate. We are here to scrape off the rust, shed the illusion, drop the weight of the lies we've been told about our own power. All right. Here's the haiku for the day. Get ready. The tool in your hand is the one that kills the snake. Distant blades are ghosts. Ooh, that boy haiku. It fits in with the proverb. Family, we are closing out the week dedicated to Ujima. We've been talking about the heavy lifting of building a nation, the sweat equity of collective work, and the responsibility we have to one another. But as we transition into Imani, we have to ask ourselves, what is the engine that keeps the collective moving when the muscles get tired? The ancestral algorithm for today tells us, I believe in the power of my people to transcend all limits. I believe in the power of my people to transcend all limits. I believe in the power of my people to transcend all limits. This isn't a wish. This isn't a hope. This isn't a wish. This isn't a hope so kind of vibe. This is the grounded, red hot conviction that we already possess everything necessary to thrive. The proverb for today hits different when you're standing in the middle of a struggle. A weapon that is far away will not kill a snake. Think about that. You can't have a gold-plated, diamond-encrusted machete locked in the chest in the next county. But if a copperhead is sliding across your floor right now, that machete is a myth. It's a ghost. It does not exist in the reality of your survival. In our journey towards self-mastery, as outlined in the Warrior's Handbook to Life Journey, right? As well as the Player's Pyramid, books by myself, you can go and check out my author's page. We can learn that the most dangerous illusion is Cavalry Delusion. The Cavalry Delusion is the false narrative that help is coming from the outside. It's the belief that we need a specific grant, a specific politician, or specific external validation before we can begin our Ujima. We spend our lives looking at the horizon for a weapon that is far away, while the snake of poverty, division, and self-doubt are nesting under our own beds. To master Imani today, we must practice the subtractive approach. We need to scrape off the buildup of dependency. We have been conditioned to outsource our defense, our education, and our economics. We've been taught to have more faith in the system that didn't build us than in the hands that held us. Right? We have more. Let me say that again. We've been taught to have more faith in a system that didn't build us than in the hands of those that held us. Today we shed the weight of waiting. We dropped the burden of the if only. If only I had more capital. If only they would pass that law. If only the community was already perfect. Come on now. Drop Ashe if you feel me. Right? Drop Ashe if I'm talking to you. Imani is the fire that burns away those if onlys. When you apply faith to the collective, you realize that the weapon isn't a tool. It's a person standing next to you. It's the brother with the trade, the sister with the vision, and the elder with the memory. When we stop looking for distant blades, we finally notice the stick in our own hand. And as the story of 7 sticks in my book, The Old Principles for a New Millennium, but also it's labeled, the book, that is the subtitle. The actual title is 7 Sticks, Old Principles for a New Millennium. No. Old Principles for a New Millennium is another book that I'm working on that I stopped because I had some other projects pop up. I'm still working on old principles for a new millennium. Teaches us a single stick might be snapped, but the bundle, the collective, is unbreakable, right? That story is also in 7 Sticks. Let's just say that. Faith is the radical act of believing that our current imperfect resources are more than enough. It is the belief that when we bring our small nothings together, the universe provides the everything. Shed the narrative that you are ill-equipped. Release the guilt of not having the proper tools. Today we move with what we have. We strike with the weapon that is near. We transcend the limits by realizing the limits were just shadow cast by our own hesitation. All right, Anime, where you at? Oh, okay, she was ready. All right, get your good up in there at the map. You know where it's at. I become a supporting member of the Daily Spark. I need some more candle lighters, man. Come on, where you at? Right? Get your rep your principal shirt. We got all these shirts sitting around here waiting. Y'all, come on now, get your shirt. And also join the Daily Spark Telegram group. And most importantly, like, subscribe, share, and interact. I want to discuss, man. I want to hear what this stuff mean to you. Am I touching you? Is this something of value to you? Let me know so I can know what direction to take it in, right? Because I could be talking about some bullshit. If y'all want to talk about, if y'all need to talk about bullshit, actually, I couldn't do that. I'm not that good at that. So, I'm sorry. But for those of you that, you feel this, type in Ashe so I know there's somebody out there listening. But anyway, here we go. Actually, I'm going to shut up. Let me keep moving. Actually, it's time for
the proverb
of the day. We already talked about it. We're drawing on the wisdom of the Swahili-speaking peoples of East Africa. Right? And you heard it, but I'm going to say it now because I want to know what it means to you. If you are in the Telegram group, you're getting the extended discussion. And this proverb is actually from 2 days ago. So we already had the discussion about it. Those that are in the Telegram are getting it ahead of you. You don't want to be in the front. You can sit in the back seat if you're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you access to the front seat, right? As well as the discussion around the ancestral algorithm, right? You need to have a discussion with Old Man Millennium, right? I mean, my fault. I got Old Man Millennium, and we also have Old Man Gye-Nyame, right? So y'all need to have a discussion with them. But here we go. Proverb of the day: a weapon that is far away will not kill a snake. Now, you heard what I said about it. Now, I just want to know. Tell me, what does it mean to you? And you know what that means? You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm.